Hello, and welcome to another edition of Media Matters. Today, we're going to discuss the importance of broadcast television ratings in designated market areas. A DMA, also known as a broadcast market, is the group of counties that receive the same broadcast channels. Every single program within a DMA has a rating for a multitude of demographics. For a media buyer, these ratings are one of the most important variables to negotiating value for a client. Let's take a look at what they mean. First, there are two things that are essential to being able to efficiently plan broadcast TV. Understanding the history of the ratings for every TV program and applying this understanding to skillfully project future ratings. These future ratings are the basis for the cost a buyer is willing to pay for every spot in the campaign because it represents how many impressions are achieved. So, one rating point equals 1% of the demographic population. Here's where it gets interesting, and why having a seasoned media buyer is essential to ensuring the effectiveness of media placements. Nielsen has always been recognized as a source for broadcast ratings. And for the last 60 years, their ratings have been gathered by randomly selected households, keeping a log of everything everyone in that household watched for 1 week. You see the flaw in this method. We're trusting that everyone fills it out completely and accurately. More recently, a second company, ComScore, has begun to capture data directly from set-top boxes. While this method is much more accurate depiction of what each TV set is tuned to and when, it's not as accurate in determining whether it was Mom, Dad, Bridget, or little Matt that was watching. But ComScore has a set of algorithms they apply to arrive at demographic data. Once this new method came into play, Nielsen realized that they needed to step up and provide ratings in the same modern sort of way. So just this last July, they joined the set-top data field. Because this is so new for Nielsen, still the most recognized source for ratings, Flynn Wright looks at all three rating systems to project what we think ratings will do. But each of these rating systems are telling a different story. Take a look at the results of each survey for the same time frame in February within the Des Moines DMA. The difference in the two set-top data ratings lie in the algorithms they use to determine demographics, and no method is perfect. Buyers must look at multiple surveys over the course of a year to fully understand how a program is performing. Here are a few things we're learning as ratings evolve. Ratings have gone down in almost all day parts since going to new set-top box data from Nielsen, likely due to over-reporting in the self-logging method. Despite these rating declines, stations are still attempting to get the same prices they always have for viewership that is lower than previously reports reflected. If a buyer were to look at just one rating survey, stations would grossly overprice the programming. By leveraging all three surveys, Flynn Wright has successfully kept cost benchmarks at the lowest level since the new ratings went into effect. The true bottom line in all of this is that the buyer in charge of your broadcast buys needs to know their stuff. They must deeply analyze every single spot. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Media Matters. We'll see you next time.